Hello lovelies, doing another achievement guide in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare today. This is my last achievement guide for the Supremacy DLC, and today we are doing the Flotsam Jetsam achievement, Sink the Boat in Carrier. The first thing you're going to want to do is you are going to want to get yourself in the armory and grab yourself the teleportation grenades from the wall. After this, you're going to make your way to Cargo, which is the big room with the exos in it, and you are going to activate Chompy. And when he opens that door, you are going to throw a teleportation grenade in there and get teleported inside. Once inside, you're going to turn around and activate the generator by holding X. Then after you've waited a few seconds, you're going to be teleported out of the room. By switching on the generator, what you have done is you have turned on two things in the armory and also set in motion the Easter egg. So what you've done is you have turned on the weapons disposal machine, which is the one here with the zombie arm poking out of it. And you've also changed the grenade disposal machine so that there is 3 red lights on it. The Easter egg requires us to sink the ship, and to do that we require 4 tablets. The first of which we are going to get from the grenade disposal. Now, in order to get the tablet from the grenade disposal, you need to change all of those red lights, all 3 of them, to green. And we do this by grabbing ourselves the teleportation grenades off the wall. You should already have them from the first step I just told you. And then you need to shoot a teleportation grenade into the disposal. This will start a little cycle in the top left hand corner of the grenade disposal, which will run through a few different types of grenades. So you can see it here in the top left hand corner of the grenade disposal machine. It is cycling through a few different types. In order to get the light to change from red to green, you need to sink a contact or a frag grenade or whatever grenade's on your right bumper when the correct grenade is showing. Once you've managed to get a grenade in on all of the ones that you require, you will see it bounce down like this and hop across the grenade disposal machine and turn the light green. So on the screen now you should see a list of the grenades that are required to change each light. After completing the combination and switching a light from red to green, you will need to put in another teleportation grenade to start the cycle in the top left hand corner again. Finally, once you've changed the last red light to green, you can grab the tablet from the little slot at the bottom next to the grenade disposal. Then you're going to head to the gun deck and you are going to place it in the big round door. And then the computer that sounds like ours is going to start talking to you. In order to get the second tablet, you are going to use the weapon disposal. Keep feeding it guns that you've got out of the 3D printer until you get the beer bottle. After this, you're going to go to the beer bottle, hold down X, and you are going to get drunk. Then you're going to head out of the armory and go through the biolab and then press this little button on the wall next to the door. You're going to see a timer start in the left hand corner and you're going to have to traverse this maze. If you touch the maze, then the maze will disappear and you will have to go back to the very beginning and start again. Now, a good little tip for this is do it at the end of a round when there is some crawling zombies left over, because it is very, very difficult and you will die quite fast if you are wasted and you do it at the start of a round. So as you can see here, I'm just crawling underneath it. It's going to take me down into the moon pool and it is eventually going to finish at the hangar. Now this took me a hell of a lot of tries to do, and the reason why I've done this a little different to the other guides that I've seen online is because it is easier to do the maze in the early rounds when the crawlers are quite slow. So you can see here, I'm just going to go up this little ledge and we're going to go around to the right, duck down here, and then we're going to go to the right again and keep going down here, and then we'll eventually turn left into the hangar. You can't go around this way, which I tried and stupidly shouldn't have. Should have just tried going underneath. And then we're going to go along here and go around this bit. And this is where we're going to... I went right the first time and then it just takes you back into the middle of the moon pool, which really sucks. And this is the bit you need to go down into the hangar. Don't try and go around the outside, just try and go over the box instead, because you might trigger that little cage thing. And you'll see here, next to the teleporter is the tablet on the floor. So that is tablet number 2. Then you're going to take it back to the big round door, place it in there, and you're going to get some more of the computer talking to you. In order to get tablet number 3, the first thing you are going to have to do is you are going to have to find the parts for this fishing rod. This can be found on the gun deck, and all of the parts for the fishing rod can be found in the weapon disposal. Most of the time the weapon disposal will just give you money, but every now and then you will get an item. The first thing the weapon disposal will give you is a spool, which looks like this in my inventory on the left next to my little name tag. We're going to take it down to the fishing rod and we're going to hold X to place it on there. The next thing you will get from the weapon disposal is the red string for the fishing rod, and it looks like this. So then we're going to get that, we're going to take it, and we're going to place it on the fishing rod by holding down X once again. So the third thing you will get from the weapon disposal after many tries is the hook, and that looks like this. So once again, we are going to take it to the fishing rod, and we're going to hold X, and we are going to have completed our fishing rod. Woohoo! With the fishing rod complete, we can now begin the next step. While playing, every now and then during each round, you're going to find yourself confronted with a lot of zombies and one teleportation, or maybe two teleportation zombies and or dogs. You can see we've got one here on the back of Chompy. He is in the blue suit. So we're going to go over and we are going to kill him with a contact grenade. And you will see he's dropped a little blue pyramid thing. If you run over it, you will pick it up, and then what we need to do is we need to take this to a broken teleporter, which can be found in the biolab. That is the big room next to cargo. So we are going to run along here, and the teleporter can be found underneath this nifty little bridge here. If you hold X on the teleporter, the triangle will disappear, it will flash blue, and it will go bloop. You need to continue killing the teleportation zombies and the teleportation dogs and taking those little blue pyramids to the teleporter until eventually it is fixed and stays blue constantly. This usually happens after you've brought about 20 back. Once it is fixed, you will be able to use it for a charge of 100 credits. After that, it will be 200, then 500, then 1000. And it will reset at the beginning of each round. Before entering the teleporter, we are going to return to the fishing rod and we are going to use it to do some fishing. Now it will pick up many random items like zombie heads, zombie arms, boots and loads of other crap like that, but eventually you will get things that are quite useful, like the spade. Once you find the spade and you've got it in your inventory, you are going to return to the teleporter, but not that way because there's loads of poison gas. Once at the teleporter, you're going to go through and you're going to be transported to a lovely desert island. Then you are going to use the spade. You're going to use the spade to dig by holding X. And it will make loads of little patches like this. And what you are looking for is you are looking for a treasure chest. In the treasure chest is the third tablet. Now, unfortunately, your time on the island is limited and eventually you will get booted off and teleported back to in front of the teleporter and you will have to wait for it to cool down before you can go back to the island. Now, this is me on I believe it was my third trip to the island and I find the treasure chest. So this is what it looks like. Now, unfortunately, I get booted just as I find it, but this is what it looks like in slow-mo. Once you found the treasure chest, it will stay there even if you do get booted before you get the chance to pick up the tablet. So you can see here, this is me going back in and getting it and picking it up. Because I'm poisoned and I don't want to stay in there very long, just jump in the water and you will be teleported back in front of the teleporter. Then, as always, you're going to take the tablet and put it in the big round door. The fourth tablet is a little trickier to get. The first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to walk around the map until you find one of these drones with the drops in it. There will be two together and one with nothing in it. Follow the one that's got nothing in it and shoot until eventually it does blow up. Mine's a little bastard and just is rather elusive at the minute, but eventually it will blow up and it will drop a lever. Now, unfortunately, I do get a little confused and I thought it was on the floor and I couldn't see it, but I jump here and somehow it ends up in my inventory, so I don't know whether it was in the air or whether it eventually appears or I accidentally walked over it or what, but I do pick it up and this is what it looks like. So now that we've got the lever in our inventory, we are going to go to the moon pool and we are going to place it on one of the walls. You see, if you run straight forward here, there is a little power box next to the 3D printer where you can place the lever. So there it is, and you will be able to pull it to lower the cage for 1000 credits. So I'm going to give it a pull, and there's the cage lowering into the moon pool. Before entering the cage, head to the hangar and look for the locker with Captain DJ written on it. You will then find out that it will open with an eye scan. After this, head back to the fishing rod and continue fishing until eventually you get a fish. Return to the moon pool room and notice that around the moon pool there are 3 windows which look down and are around the giant hexagon shaped one. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to kill zombies on these windows. So you can see here I'm killing them on the windows, and if you look closely you will notice that there's blood draining down into the water below. Eventually a shark will appear and you can run along, use the lever to lower the cage into the water and then jump down into the cage. So you can see I'm having a bit of difficulty doing it, but if you run around the back, eventually one side has the entrance on it. I believe it's this one next to the cure station. So jump on inside and you will get out a knife and you will have to look around for a shark. When you finally see it, you will notice that outlined in yellow it has an eye in its mouth. Hold down the action button and you will grab the eye. Then eventually the cage will get raised out of the water once you have the eye and you will get dropped onto the floor. Run like the clappers. Now that you've got the eye, take it back to the locker in the hangar and you are going to use the eye on the eye scanner. And this will open the locker and give you the fourth and final tablet. Just like before, return to the big round door and place it in and all the lights will go green. Now all that there is left to do is get the C4 to blow up the door, and you can get this from the weapons disposal, which you see me getting here. So once you've got it, turn around and watch the zombies synchro dive onto the floor, and then jump up and take the C4 and place it on the door, like so. And that is the end of the Easter egg. Victory! So anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope this guide has helped. Best of luck getting this achievement. I will catch you later.